Here we have a transect line run over 150 metres across Reef Beach in the intertidal zone at North Keppel Island. The first 5 metres begins at the top of the spray zone, also known as the supralittoral zone. On this beach we have a large slab of beach rock. The first quadrant shows no life, just sand, broken bits of coral and broken pieces of shells. Walking now 5 to 10 metres. Our second quadrant shows beach rock, about 80% coverage. If you look closely, there are many small litinoids, algal feeders that are well adapted to these harsh conditions. Often are on this rock, but they're very hot and dry. The litinoids often take shelter in small pools of water that persist after big tides, clustering around the water's edge, as featured in this 15-metre quadrat photo. The 15 to 20 metre quadrat. The small marine snails are now much more evident. They can cope with the changes in salinity as the pools dry in these harsh conditions. We have now left the supralittoral zone and we are now entering the littoral zone. This is a zone that experiences frequent inundation. Not much life is present, although many organisms in this zone live under the substrate. Many bare, smooth rocks like this are often covered in green algae. Organisms often shelter on the leeway side away from the swell, as featured in this photo at the 30-metre mark of the Transect line. Moving along to the 35-metre line, this slide shows the beginning of the zone inhabited by oysters. The Keppels support three different species of oyster: spiny, milky, and the larger black-lipped oysters. The ones in this photo are milky oysters. Moving along across the oyster rocks, there are sandy areas like this, often gutters where tidal flows and rapids don't provide the suitable habitat for intertidal organisms. And we're just approaching the end of our 50-metre quadrat. Past this sand here, the last quadrant at 50 metres at the end of the tape. More or less that sand cover. There's a few more oyster shells that are featured at the end. The next video will be 50 to 100.